back when Abraham was alive. We want to thank all of you guys for sharing this special moment with us. We want to thank our family for being here. Right after I got into church, I met a little old lady. This lady taught me the value and the power of testimonies. This lady took me in and called me her grandson when almost everyone else walked away. She shared her scorn and her wisdom with me. A lot more scorn. And what I consider one of the most powerful parts of her ministry was her testimonials, or her storytelling. Often when Sister Nona Freeman would stand at a pulpit, she would just tell parts of her testimony. These stories are always what touched me the most. I pray our testimony touches your lives and adds to your faith in God's power. About 5 years ago, Haley and I began to desire children. We tried all the gadgets and old wives' tales, but still no baby came along. We saw our family doctor. They gave us pills and did tests. They sent us to a fertility specialist. This specialist had all these degrees from some of the best universities. He charged way too much, so he had to have been good. He had all these ratings. He was top rated in the state of Texas and had all these awards about how successful he'd been. I guess according to the world, this man was one of the best. The world's best said we would never have children naturally. They said we could try all these expensive medical and laboratory procedures, and even then, there was only a chance, no guarantee. I thank Jesus that he gives guarantees.
Amen.
After about 2 to 3 years of trying, we'd given up. We'd begun to have marital issues. This topic causing a lot of strain on us. Life circumstances came, and they gave us the opportunity to move to the Seattle area. I spent many hours in prayer, and it would be huge and uncomfortable, and the transition would, Haley'd never been away from her family, and we didn't know what would happen when we moved out here. So it was pretty scary for us. Also, we were barely getting along. Our marriage wasn't doing very good at this point in time. And we both held a lot of resentment and anger towards each other. One day in prayer, I heard God's voice, and he told me, he said, give me his confirmation, and he whispered me a promise. He said, if you follow my path, I will give you my blessing. Thank you, Jesus. He says, I'll heal your marriage, and I'll give you a child. A lot of times God gives us promises, and the minute he does, the enemy creeps in and tries to take them from us. Science tells us that it can't happen. The world says it's not logical. I'm here to testify, though, that even if you give up on God's promises, it doesn't mean he stops promising them.
Right.
And he doesn't stop you. Just because you give up doesn't mean he does. I'm here to testify that 2 years later, Jessica Lynn was born without any help from doctors, with no drugs, no wisdom that the world had to offer. She's our proof the enemy is a liar, and the world does not have all the answers, but our God does.